The Sandy Springs Slave Museum has been closed since March because of the coronavirus. Now the museum is looking for new ways to educate the community without opening its doors.
Many of the homes here in this town had secret hiding places.
Since 1988, people have visited the Slave Museum to learn about Sandy Springs Quaker history as well as its ties to the Underground Railroad.
I didn't know this was here, and there was a lot here. It's packed with a lot of information. I never knew so much history existed right here in Maryland.
Outside of the museum is the bow of a slave ship, a cabin that housed slaves, and 4 figurines in shackles.
We cover a lot, and we have a lot of things for people to see. So you're learning about the entire African American experience starting in Africa and bringing it all the way to the present day. We then have items on this wall that document slavery.
Inside are artifacts reminding us of the country's racist history, including KKK robes, manumission papers, and items that kept slaves in bondage.
2 small shackles for a child.
There are also many reminders of perseverance and excellence achieved in the face of oppression.
This is the achievement room here at the museum, and in this museum, this is the room where we like to say, from the slave ship to the spaceship to the White House.
Although Montgomery County is in its second reopening phase, the museum is not offering in-person tours. The museum has lost about $10,000 because of the coronavirus. It's received some revenue through virtual programming, trainings for educators, and virtual field trips. But it's had to cancel summer camps and popular events like its annual Heritage Day celebration.
That was a very huge moneymaker for us, where we were able to usually bring in quite a lot of income.
The museum's leadership team says they've applied for 2 government grants and have received 1 so far. The financial hardship comes at a time when conversations about race are dominating our national discourse.
That panel to me speaks to today because it's so much, because it talks about where we were and how we've come so far, but we still have a long way to go. Some people look at it as, hands up, my hands are up, don't shoot. People will have called and inquired about, if we're open, and we're not open right now, but we're really gonna try to think of some other ways that people can access online the different things we have here so people can see.
The museum is continuing to add to its collection of artifacts.
So that's called the Door of No Return. And so we just began construction. At some point it was given the name of Door of No Return because, when folks were taken from the homeland, they didn't come back.
The Sandy Springs Slave Museum will announce its reopening on its website. In Sandy Spring, Deirdre Byrne for MyMCMedia.